ESL Library. Simple past. What are verb tenses? Verb tenses show the time that an action takes place. The simple past is a verb tense. We use the simple past tense for finished past actions. For example, I watched a movie yesterday. I ate dinner 2 hours ago. I was busy last week. With regular verbs, we use the verb plus ed to form the simple past. The verb form is the same for all subjects. For example, the simple past of the verb watch is watched. I walked my dog yesterday. She played the guitar at my party last month. The students studied last night. With irregular verbs, the verb changes into a different form. We do not use ed. Here are some examples of irregular verbs. Listen and repeat. Do, did. Drink, drank. Eat, ate. Go, went. Have, had. Run, ran. Say, said. Sing, sang. Sleep, slept. Write, wrote. The verb form is the same for all subjects. For example, the simple past form of the verb eat is ate. You went to Paris 2 years ago. My dog slept on my bed last night. We drank coffee yesterday morning. Be is the only simple past verb that changes forms for different subjects. The two simple past forms of the verb be are was and were. I was cold yesterday afternoon. My dog was hungry. My new shoes were expensive. Look at the picture and say or write a simple past sentence. For example, they ate pizza last night. Now you try. Thanks for watching.
Guys, good evening. I hope all of you to be incredibly well. Welcome to our class once again. And you already know what we have been covering lately is everything like history. It's exactly what we have been doing is only past. But today we are going to make a slight change because we are going to introduce irregular verbs. And maybe if we've got enough time, teacher is gonna start explaining them by groups. I imagine that way will be much easier for all of you to understand them. All right, so guys, I'm gonna tell you welcome once again. Teacher is incredibly happy to have you all here. It's just amazing. All right, guys, so I'm going to start showing you a very incredible presentation that I did for you, but I've got several questions already on my mind. I'm going to show you once again, and I'm going to start seriously, guys, making questions. You know the teacher last class sent you, and this was posted on Google Classroom. Okay, maybe if I didn't send you on WhatsApp, but I send it anyhow on WhatsApp because every time that our class is over, a teacher send you a link with a video. I mean, it's a YouTube, but also the second link is the Google Classroom site. And you're gonna find there class by class, date by date, all the material that actually we cover in our class. All right, so you don't have excuse. Teacher is all the time thinking about you. And I know how important it is for you to keep the information ready every time that you need it. Already knowing where you can find it. All right, so there's no excuse as I mentioned before. Okay, my question is, did you start reading the book? I mean, Edgar Allan Poe, The Black Cat? Because remember that I gave you 2 weeks. And believe me, guys, the intention, the purpose with this is very serious. Number one, Teacher Christus will be making a questionnaire about the book. And he will make sure if you read or didn't the book. All right, so that is my question, guys. Okay, it's necessary that you read it. Read the book, read the book. All right, that's very important. There is another fact. When you read the book, my advice for all of you is read the book aloud. I mean, in a loud voice. It's necessary that you listen to yourself. All right, so teacher, maybe I commit a mistake. Hey, don't worry. Anyhow, you are reading, but there are different tools. I'm going to show you one, all right, that I love a lot. You know, I'm going to show it to you. Teachers got it just right here. This is something that actually you can download and is on internet. It's called Natural Reader. What is good about Natural Reader? Okay, that actually, if you want, guys, listen to me. If you want to listen, actually the book, you can listen the book. Teacher, how is that gonna happen? You're gonna drag the book, the PDF in Natural Reader, you know, and he is gonna be ready. So you don't need to read it. You know, the book is gonna read it. All right, so for example, if you start just right here, you're gonna start like this. I'm so sorry. Maybe this is not gonna work because it's, you know, we need, okay, oh my gosh. All right, I'm gonna just make it in a different way next class and make, all right, I'm gonna show it to you. I have different things. This is another interesting.
Android y iOS.
All right.
Library 26. The Black Cat.
I'm not telling. I have different tools. I'm gonna make a video. I'm gonna make a video, guys, and I'm gonna send you the link, you know, with the application, and I'm gonna teach you, okay? Because you can just drag the file and listen to it. Listen to it. You know, not necessary, you need to read it, but is if you want just to practice your listening. Remember, it's necessary to read. And the book is only 7 pages long. All right. So I mean, the book is nothing so complicated to read. Okay, so that is why. But my advice, my recommendation for all of you guys is read the book as quick as you can. I'm going to start making questions about this. All right. For example, I'm going to start Helen, Mariana, Helen. Question is for you. All right. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. Tell me the truth. Did you start reading the book? Helen, did you start reading the book?
No, teacher, sorry.
Really? Okay, I don't want to ask you why, all right? Because guys, it's too short. I mean, even you can read it after lunch or maybe waiting at the table for your breakfast. Okay, it's as quick as that. All right, thank you. Okay, I'm gonna just ask somebody else. All right, oh, I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna ask maybe, let me see, Nicolas Molina. Nicolas Molina, good evening. How are you?
How are you, teacher?
Pretty fine. Exactly same question for you. Did you read the book already?
No, teacher, tomorrow I start reading.
Okay, thank you so much. I hope so, Nico. I hope so. All right, thank you so much. Okay, very good. So, Nicolas, a teacher, I haven't started reading the book, but tomorrow I will. Okay, tomorrow Nicolas will. Okay, question for somebody else. Okay, just to see if maybe I've got somebody here. Okay, I'm gonna ask maybe Sofia Hernandez. Sophie, good evening. How are you? All right. In the meantime, Sofia is back. David Peña, my smart student. David, good evening. How is it going, man?
Very well, teacher.
Okay, tell me something and don't lie to me, please. Did you start reading the book yet?
No, teacher, I'm sorry.
All right. Okay. I don't know.
Later class, I'm gonna finish the book.
Okay, I'm gonna believe you. I'm gonna believe you. I trust on you. All right. I know you're not gonna lie to me. Okay, so you're gonna finish the book soon. Okay. I'm gonna just make another question. Eric Daniel, Eric, good evening. How is it going, my friend?
Hello, teacher.
Tell me, please, that you finished reading the book.
No, teacher, not yet.
Not yet. Okay, thank you so much, Eric. Any excuse that maybe you wanna maybe express, Eric?
No,
All
no,
right.
sorry.
Okay, good. Okay, at least you're not gonna make up crazy stories. Okay, thank you. I appreciate it a lot. Okay, okay, I'm gonna make another question, Gloria Herrera. Gloria, good evening. How are you?
How are you, teacher?
Gloria, please tell me that you finished reading the book, please.
No, teacher, I'm sorry. I have not read. No.
Oh, gosh. Okay, Gloria. Okay, Gloria, thank you. Guys, I'm going to start writing vocabulary, very appropriate, exactly to describe teachers' feelings. Yeah, I'm going to use a specific vocabulary, so I'm going to erase all the words that by me before. And I'm going to start writing the new vocabulary. Okay, the word that I'm going to start teaching you tonight is exactly a word that describes teachers' feelings. Yes. Okay, if you ask me, teacher, how do you feel because we haven't read the book? Hey, you wanna know how I feel? My students haven't. No, that's terrible. Terrible. And I don't know if you've got a good excuse because guys, a week. That is exactly the time that this cover. A week that I start talking about read Edgar Allan Poe's short story. It's a short tale. You know, all right. I'm not gonna go on asking because maybe the teacher will be disappointed. Ooh, this is incredible vocabulary. Okay, guys, please don't forget it. Disappointed. Disappointed is, for example, when you study and study and study for weeks just to have a good grade in the exam, and when the teacher gives to you, your grade is terrible. And you take the exam in your hand and you say, what? No, it's possible. Yeah. Sometimes it's because the exam was extremely difficult, or maybe because you didn't study enough. Maybe it's your fault. Okay, and not the teachers. Not all the time teachers are all the time picking on you. All right, sometimes you have to face reality, and reality sometimes is we don't study sometimes what is necessary. All right, so don't complain and don't be complainers. All right, very good. So disappointed is because the teacher is sad. My students haven't read the book. At least not only one. Not only one. Guys, that is a good question. All right, teacher, maybe it's very dramatic. All right, question is, guys, at least, okay, listen, I'm gonna just write down at least. In English, at least, in Spanish is al menos, siquiera. I'm gonna make the question again. At least one student in this class read the book. At least one. It's a question. I'm just gonna wait, don't worry. If you raise your hand, it's because you finished the book. All right, I imagine if nobody raises hand, that make me unfair, make me think that's because obviously, surely, certainly, you did read the book. Okay, thank you, Gloria. Okay, Gloria, thank you. I'm not gonna insist. Yeah. Wow, it's incredible. My students, teacher, don't. We didn't read the book. Gloria can't believe it. Teacher is let down. Okay, in English, disappointed or let down is when you feel sad because somebody who is supposed to do something that you believe maybe the person will do because you trust on the person and the person never does it. Okay, so you feel disappointed. For example, when the teacher called you because your son at school is fat and bullying another students. So the teacher say, Mr. Edison, okay, we called you from school, is terrible, is your son. Yes, terrible. He fights and fights every day at the break time. Yes, and he bullies another students also. Many parents are very angry. Gosh, man, you are working very hard just to give your son a good education. And what does your son give you as an exchange? Problems at school? Obviously, how you think you're gonna feel? Obviously, you're gonna feel disappointed. Ah, what happened with my son? All the efforts that I make, and they are useless. It's pointless. All right, maybe, okay, but maybe now guys don't understand, but in the future, when you will become a parent, a father, or a mother, okay, guys, maybe you're gonna experience that, okay? You're gonna experience that terrible feeling, all right? Very good. So the idea, guys, is, hey, do it good, okay? Don't do that to your parents, Try to be a nice guy. Gosh, man, okay, that is just terrible, but don't worry, guys. You will experience that in your own shoes in the future. Because maybe in the future, when you finally, fall in love and maybe get married and maybe you've got some children, okay, you will taste, a little bit from your own medicine. All right, that's the problem. Okay, guys, I'm gonna close it down. As Gloria said, teacher is not gonna continue insisting on this. All right, guys, I'm gonna just start with my presentation today, the one that I prepared for all of you. So that means that every time that we find new words, I'm gonna immediately show you our board. So here we are gonna collect all these. Guys, be very attentive and participative. Teacher is expecting a lot from you. All right, so what is the idea? If we already start talking about a regular verb, we already know what is a regular verb in SAP, in ED, and depend on the end of the verb and end the sound, it's sorted out in 3 different categories or pronunciation. Number 1 is it. Secondly is like, and the next one is it. All right, so we already learned that, practice, we did a lot of activities. My gosh, we had terrible nightmares at night. Oh, Mom, it's regular verbs. Don't worry, Nicolas. Okay, it's just your English class teacher is very demanding. Oh, okay. Guys, I think this is about the time to start talking about something else, and it's exactly what I'm gonna do tonight. All right, so guys, tonight, teacher is gonna introduce irregular verbs. All right, so be very attentive, because not all the verbs that you're gonna see in SAP in ED. Maybe now you're not gonna see anything in PRO, because obviously it's very easy to identify a regular verb just because a regular verb's got it. You don't need to be a genius to discover something like this, But when we start talking about irregular verbs, is exactly when you start facing the music. You say, wow, it's show time. It's irregular verbs. They are totally different. And to be honest, guys, in English, they are considered a little bit tricky just because it's necessary for you to memorize the note. You don't need to memorize a verb in past when it's regular, because you immediately know that it's ED and it's in past immediately. That's more as easy as this. All right, but what about if now I have a verb that is not regular? So you need to start wondering, what is the conjugation of this verb in past? And to be totally honest, you're gonna memorize them all. All right, so I'm gonna just give you a hand. Obviously, teacher is gonna send you links, videos, PDF files, copies, everything. It's up to you if you take advantage of all the resources that I'm gonna be sharing with you in the coming days. Okay, so my advice is, please do it. Just do it. All right, guys, welcome. So we are gonna start right now talking about past simple. So let's start with our presentation. All right, number 1 is past simple. Okay, so let's get it started. As you know, guys, some of the verbs that we have covered, they regular. So I'm going to show you a regular verb. It's in front of you on screen. Is they watch TV. Obviously, that verb is in present time, okay? If you want to conjugate the verb, as this verb is regular, the only thing actually that you got to do is write down it at the end. And that's all actually you will do to be right, okay? So they watched, because listen the pronunciation, and we already learned all the listening rules about the ending of these verbs, especially related with the sound. Okay, they watched TV yesterday evening. When we talk about past simple, it's necessary that you understand that there's no connection with present. It's an action that I already did, is an action that already happened, and you are just mentioning, describing the details actually that you did. You know, that's all, no connection with the present. Okay, very good. So what is nice about past simple, that when you conjugate the verb, it's exactly the same. I say, I watched TV last night. You watched TV last night. He watched TV last night. They watched. Okay, and it's exactly, and go on and so forth. You know, so it's exactly the same conjugation. That is good about past simple, you know. All right, easy. Guys, you see, there's some rules related to the spelling that we already covered. For example, look at, obviously, all the verbs shown here, okay, just here below, they are all of them are regular. And you already know it because the way as they are conjugated in past. You say, for example, try, and the past is tried. D. Do you remember? Next one is study, and in past is with D, studied. Do you remember the rule? D. Okay, very good. Another is copy, and the pronunciation is copied. That's very easy. You know, stop is with T. Do you remember? And in past you say stopped. Okay, stopped. That is in past when we are talking of pronouncing the verb in an action that already happened. You know, another is plan, and the past is planning. Very easy, all of them, and we already covered. So let's go, and I'm gonna show you the next part. When we study past simple verb, okay, as you know here, they are all regular. For example, work, clean, start, dance, start, stay, and need. All right, so I'm gonna need a volunteer, okay, to read my first statement. Nico, okay, all the time you're raising your hand, so I'm gonna let you go with the first pronunciation. Nico, start with the first pronunciation. The first is this one, Nico. Go ahead.
The start pronunciation.
Yeah, number one, read it. Read it all.
I clean my teeth every morning. This morning, cleaned my teeth.
Excellent. I clean my teeth every morning. This morning I clean, I clean my teeth. Excellent. That's totally good. Okay, excellent. Okay, so if you see, number one is Nico. I clean my teeth every morning. So this morning I clean my teeth. Okay, very good. David Peña, okay, I'm gonna let you go with the second. Go ahead, my friend.
Gary worked in the bank from 25
05
05 to 2011.
11. That's very good. So we are gonna see the next one is they worked, the T, they worked in a bank from 2005 to 2011. Helen Mariana Barragan, you're gonna go with number 3. Go ahead.
Yesterday it rained all morning. It stopped at lunchtime.
Right, remember the rules of pronunciation, Helen, for regular verb in past. For example, number one, you say, yesterday it rained. It rained, not raining. It rained. And second is it stopped. T sound, it stopped at lunchtime. All right, very good. Remember the pronunciation of verb in past simple, especially when they are regular, because we classify them into 3 different groups depending on the pronunciation. Very good. Bear that in mind, Helen. So let's see. And yeah, look at the picture. Yesterday it rained. All morning it stopped at lunchtime. Sophie Hernandez. Sophie, number 4 is yours. Go ahead.
We enjoyed the party last night. We danced a lot and talked to a lot of people. The party finished at midnight.
Very, very good. Guys, teacher is gonna read again. You pay attention and just see. All right. We enjoyed. Is we enjoyed the party last night. We danced. We danced a lot and talked to a lot of people. The party finished at midnight. Wow, amazingly. All right, guys. So if you pay attention, all the statements, all the ideas that we just see in this video, in this part of the slide, this presentation, this picture, all of them are based on regular verbs. All right, so you already see. Now I'm gonna show you different ones, okay, just to see. Okay, teacher, go ahead. Now we are gonna see a different group of verbs. So maybe now you're not gonna see any regular verb. Actually, this is our new class, our new topic, and is irregular verbs. What is an irregular verb? Okay, yes. An irregular verb maybe is a verb that is not regular. Obviously, because a regular verb ends up in ed, and an irregular verb never, ever ends up in ed. So the past is totally different. For example, let's start some of the most famous irregular verbs, some of the ones that maybe we know. Guys, listen to me. I'm gonna assume that you know the no. If you don't know the no, please raise your hand and ask me, teacher, what is build? Construir. Teacher, what's ring? Tocar el timbre o sonar el teléfono. Okay. Teacher, what's stand? Ponerse o estar de pie. Okay, so if you don't understand a verb, ask me, because guys, as I mentioned to all of you before, I'm gonna assume that you, okay? Let's start with the pronunciation in present, and immediately teacher is gonna pronounce the verb in past. Okay, so number 1 is the verb begin. You say begin. Begin is the synonym of the verb start. Okay, actually, if you don't want to say, you can say this, teacher, start or begin. They are synonyms. You know, hey, excuse me, what time do you start working? Okay, or what time do you begin working? It's depend on which one you decide to use. Okay, good. I'm gonna go on. Okay, so next one is break. The past, sorry, is begin, and the past is began. Okay, so I began working yesterday very early in the morning. Really? Yes, 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock? Yeah. Another is break. The past is broke. Next one is bring. The past is brought. Brought. Next one is build. The past is built. Built. Another is buy. The past is bought. Bought. Next one is catch. Caught. Come. Came. Do. Did. Drink. Drank. Eat. Ate. Fall. Fell. Find. Found. Fly. Flew. Forget. Forgot. Get. Got. Give. Gave. Go. Went. Have. Had. Hear. Heard. Know. Knew. Leave. Left. Lose. Lost. Make. Made. Meet. Met. Pay. Paid. Put. Put. These are good because they are exactly the same in pronunciation and in the way as you write them. So very easy. All right, let's read, read. And I would like to explain this, guys. Even when the verb looks exactly the same, okay, the pronunciation is different. Pay attention. Even when the written part is exactly the same, the pronunciation is not. When the verb is in present, you say E, read. But when the verb is in past, sounds like the color, red. Yesterday, I read a book. You know that I usually read books. Okay, so that is depend the tense that you decide to use. You need to be careful with the conjugation and pronunciation of the verb. All right, I'm gonna just go ring, ran, say, said, see, saw, sell, saw, sit, sat, sleep, slept, speak, spoke, stand, stood, take, took, tell, taught, think, thought, went, won, write, wrote. Okay, so right now, guys, teacher pronounce the verb in present and in past. Be careful with some pronunciations. Exactly, for example, like brat, no broad, brat. Please, no boat, bought. No phone, found. All right, so this O-U is like a. All right, so please don't forget it. All right, guys, I'm gonna continue. All right, so I'm gonna need different volunteers. So if you read, listen the past of the verb. If you read the previous one, you are not gonna read these ones. All right, I need different volunteers to read. All right, so guys, I need volunteers, different volunteers. Okay, Nico, don't raise your hand because you already participate. I need somebody different. Okay, I'm gonna just go with Eric Daniel Jurado. Eric, please start reading number 1. Go ahead, my friend. Go ahead, my friend Eric. Read number 1. Be patient. Are you around, Eric? I'm gonna go with Sebastian, my friend. Sebastian Perez. Sebastian, you go, my friend, with number 1. Okay, Sebastian, go ahead. Give me a second, guys, to see if maybe Sebastian got the microphone. Sebastian, you ready, my friend? Let me know. All right, Sebastian Perez doesn't answer. All right, so I'm gonna ask for participation to Gloria Herrera. Gloria Herrera, please read number 1. Go ahead, Gloria. Are you ready to read number 1? Okay, I don't know. Maybe Gloria's got a problem with the microphone. I'm gonna go with Juan Jose Angel. Juanjo, excellent, my friend. Juanjo, give me a hand with number 1.
I usually get up early, but this morning I got up at 9 o'clock.
My gosh, man, what pronunciation? Perfect, my boy. Wow. No mistakes. Perfect. All right, so I'm gonna repeat. Okay, Sofia Hernandez and Helen, wait. Okay, leave your hands up. Okay, just give me a second. Leave your hands up. Don't worry. Okay, I usually get up early, but this morning I got up. I got up at 9 o'clock. Okay, excellent. My friend Juanjo, that was amazingly very well pronounced. Okay, very good. Next one, Sofia Hernandez. Sophie, I'm gonna go with you second. Go ahead.
We did a lot of work yesterday.
Okay, we did a lot of work yesterday. All right, very good. I'm gonna start showing you something that is very interesting, especially in pronunciation. Is in English this. When you said in English, teacher, a lot of. Okay, guys, when you say a lot of, obviously this is very serious, formal. Sometimes when you speak with a native English speaker, you can notice or you realize that sometimes they change completely the pronunciation of the word. And I would like to explain that that is in English Lara. If you maybe are speaking to an American person and maybe the person say, you know what, Sophia, we did Lara work yesterday. What? Yes, Sophia, we did a lot of work yesterday. So, Sophie, don't forget that next time, even for you, is like a personal recommendation, not only for you, but for all the students in this class, try to say Lara, all the time. Teacher, why? Because, guys, it's exactly the way as they said it. If they pronounce like that, why don't you pronounce exactly like I do? All right, so it's obviously, it's repetition and it's necessary. Okay, maybe that way you're gonna end up speaking like American people, even with the intonation and even exactly using exactly the same vocabulary, which I consider is amazingly good. All right, excellent. So teacher, we did a lot of work yesterday. Very good. Helen, Mariana, you're gonna tell me number 3. Caroline, go ahead, Helen.
Caroline went to the cinema 3 times last week.
All right, so Caroline went to the cinema 3 times last week. Perfect pronunciation, Helen. Thank you so much. All right, very good. Finally, I'm gonna need somebody else, but please, I would like the person maybe not to have participated before. All right, somebody completely new. All right, I'm gonna see maybe teacher Marcela Calvache. Marcela, good evening. Marcela, I don't know if maybe your microphone is good or not, but let me know if maybe you can read the last one. Can you please read the last one?
Good evening, teacher. James came into the room, took off his coat and sat down.
That is very incredible pronunciation. Excellent. Very good. Okay, guys, pay attention. James came into the room. Sometimes you gotta join a little bit more words. That is something with some experience and time you will acquire or learn or realize is how you join. For example, say came into. Okay, so James came into the room so quickly that sometimes, okay, you don't separate it. Okay, James came to the room to cough. He's joined, to cough is cut and sat down. All right, all the time, the verb and the preposition, they are so together, okay, that they are sometimes, so they sound most of the time like a single one. That is just, so James came into the room, took off his coat and sat down. Okay, so maybe this person got a hard day. You know, very good. Guys, this actually what you just saw on the screen is irregular verbs. None of them, not even a single one, is regular. If you pay attention, they are totally different to regular verbs, okay? So my intention with this part of the presentation is to make you be conscious about this. I'm gonna move and let's see the coming one. All right, so let's start doing something together. It's like kind of activity. So what's the idea? If you see, you have some verbs that are above. For example, the verb clean, the verb die, the verb enjoy, finish, happen, open, rain, start, stay, want. I don't know if you notice something that is peculiar with all these verbs. I'm gonna ask to maybe Nicolas Molina. Nicolas, tell me what make all these verbs similar. What makes all these verbs similar, Nico? What is something that is peculiar about these verbs? Do you know?
What, teacher? The what verbs is similar than could die, enjoy, finish, happen, open, rain.
All those verbs, Nico, have something in common. All these verbs are similar because of something. You tell me why these verbs are similar and why.
Yes, teacher. For example, the happen is the relation to finish and die, why the die is happen and the finish the life.
What is the relation between the verbs? There is something that make all these verbs similar. One characteristic. David Peña, I'm gonna let you go. David, what makes all these verbs similar?
Teacher, all the verbs are regular.
Gosh, man, obviously, guys. All these verbs, all the verbs that you can see now on screen, thank you, David, all of them are regular. Clean, regular. Die, regular. Enjoy, finish, happen, open, rain, start, day one. All of them are regular. Why? Because if you wanna say or write all these verbs into past, imagine how are gonna they look like. Obviously, all of them gotta have ed at the end when you decide to conjugate the verb or conjugate them in past because they are regular. Okay, thank you, David. Very smart boy. Okay, yes. So why this activity is so easy? Because all the verbs here are regular. For example, let's start with a volunteer. I'm gonna read number one. Teacher Alirio is gonna read number one, okay? Please pay attention with pronunciation all the time. If maybe you've got some question about vocabulary, something that you consider is interesting, important to know, please raise hand and ask me, and I gladly and immediately I'm gonna explain everything that you consider is important, okay? Very good. So I'm gonna start with number one. I clean is D sound. I clean my teeth 3 times yesterday. Okay, good. Okay, that is good hygiene. Good hygiene. Una buena higiene. A good hygiene. All right, so right here, I'm gonna need a volunteer. So I'm gonna need a volunteer for number 2. Guys, remember, it's you who need participation. It's you who need to practice because it's the only way. All right, so I'm gonna need a volunteer for number 2. Guys, tell me, who wants to share it with the group? All right, Nicolas Molina, I'm gonna let you, Nico, remember, the verbs are regular, which means teacher Alirio is gonna be attentive in the pronunciation of all these verbs in past, because remember, we already studied some specific rules about the pronunciation that all these verbs got exactly when they are in past. All right, Nico, I'm gonna let you go with number 2. Go ahead.
Yes, teacher. It was hot in the room, so I opened the window.
So I opened the window. All right, very good.
Opened.
Open is DD. Very good. Excellent. So teacher, it was hot in the room, so I opened the window. Obviously, if it's very hot, okay, so I had to open the window. Okay, very good, Nico. Excellent pronunciation, and that is totally right. Okay, now I need a volunteer for number 3. I need a volunteer for number 3. Okay, any volunteer around? Okay, I don't know. Okay, yes, Nico, I am impressed too. Okay, because hey, I imagine everybody. All right, that's the idea, you know. All right, very good. Give me some second, guys. I'm gonna see if maybe or somebody else, okay, wanna participate. So I'm gonna push you, okay, otherwise, okay. I'm gonna, David Peña, thank you, my friend. Okay, I'm gonna let you go. Number 3.
The film was very long. It um, started at 7:55,
7:15.
15, and finished at 10 o'clock.
I'm finished at 10 o'clock. Perfect. Okay, so if you see, okay, they are regular verbs. So the field was very long, teacher. Really? Yes, teacher. It started like 7:15. Really? And I'm finished at 10 o'clock. What? Almost 3 hours. Yes, teacher. It was Avatar. And what about the movie? Interesting. Okay, good. Okay, so yeah, guys. So the idea is finished. Okay, very good. Number 4. Let's go with number 4 and let's see if I've got somebody else here. Okay, let me see. Manuela Alejandra. Manuela, what about you? Okay, you want to participate with number 4? It's just curiosity. It's just a question, Manuela. Ready or not? Easy or difficult? You just let me know. All right. In the meantime, you make your mind. Okay. I'm going to ask maybe Lamsky, Paloma. Oh, are you ready for number 4? How do you feel? Easy? You want to go? Are you ready? All right. I'm going to start asking people around. All right. What about Helen, Mariana, Helen? What about number 4? Marcela. Excellent, Marcela. That is the attitude. Very good, Marcela. Go ahead.
When I was a child, I wanted to be a doctor.
Wow, that is incredible pronunciation, but remember the pronunciation of this word. You didn't commit a mistake, Marcela, with the verb that is difficult, and you commit a mistake a little bit with this word, child. Child. Excellent. Teacher, when I was a child, I wanted. Excellent. To be a doctor. Okay, very, very, very good. I'm gonna go with number 5, and this is the last one. I need a volunteer. Guys, I'm gonna say bye-bye, but I'm gonna need the last one. Helen, is you? Okay, is you, Helen? Okay, good. Helen, go ahead.
The accident happened last Sunday afternoon.
That's right. The accident happened last Sunday afternoon. Okay, guys, listen. Next class, teacher is gonna continue from here. Okay, and we are gonna go on with more activities because, hey, if you understand the past simple perfectly, guys, there won't be anything in the future that will be difficult for you. For me, in my own experience as an English teacher for almost 20 years, I have noticed, realized with all my students that especially talking about English, the most difficult part is past simple. If you have a teacher that explains detailedly very well, step by step, this topic carefully, you will be very conscious about how to use it, and you're not gonna have any problem. That is exactly what I want. Okay, I'm gonna try to do my best. Guys, remember, it's easy to speak English, not only English, any language. But you know what is the only thing that actually you need just to have the perfect recipe is commitment. Is actually, if you want to get it, nobody is gonna come with a magic tweak just to toast your head and say speak in English. No. Okay, you're gonna get it starting making sacrifices. Obviously you're not gonna stop going to parties, but you know that you need some time to study. Be conscious about that. Teacher is gonna tell you bye-bye, but obviously in our next class, I will be just right here again with all of you. Guys, I love you all. Take care and see ya. Bye-bye.
Bye, teacher.
Bye,
Bye-bye,
teacher.
teacher. See you soon. Take care.
Bye bye, teacher.
Bye bye, teacher. See ya.